I gave this tiny $69 wireless mic to my friend Ade to interview anybody he wanted to at the Arsenal title parade with thousands of people. No noise cancellation, my bad, but just listen to this.
So what I'm going to ask you to do is, this is the receiver.
Okay.
Just hold it. It's just a couple of questions about the vibes. Okay. Tell us your name. How you feeling? What's the vibe saying?
Hey, my name is Godwin. I flew all the way from Canada to join
Canada?
the Oh yeah. to join the party. I couldn't miss this for the world.
Yes,
man.
we're global out here.
Yeah,
We're
exactly.
global.
Yeah.
Are you trying to find wifey here? You know, husband?
No, I'm
You're
ready.
married? Don't expose him. Don't expose him. Okay, we'll cut that. Yeah. Even though next thing you know, you can't cheat wine like that.
I'm meaning your filmmaker. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy what you find here. I'm not an Arsenal fan, I'm Manchester United. That shouldn't make you not like and subscribe to the video. Also know that Saramonic sent me this kit. Didn't get to preview this video before it goes live, and affiliate links in the description below so you can use them. It helps the channel. I tried about 4 interviews at that parade, and as you can tell, Ade is a natural. Different people, different speakers, different movements in the crowd, noise cancellation off throughout, my bad. Let me show you how the rest of the interviews went.
Talk to me about the vibe.
Hey, the vibe is so good right now.
Mini carnival, no?
I said that to my friend, so you're right. I was like, it feels like Carney, not London Carney.
Are people going to catch a wine though?
I mean, we'll see what happens. Personally,
Okay, but yeah, talk to me.
I don't know.
Did you want
I remember every one of those clips was recorded with noise cancellation turned off. That was simply the raw performance of the microphones in one of the loudest environments I've tested this year, apart from the train one, which I did with a different mic. And to be honest, I hadn't even turned noise cancellation on for any of those interviews. I had one transmitter on at some point, clipped to Ade's chest shirt like I have it here, and he handed the other to whoever he was speaking with.
I'm going to ask you to do a favour. Just hold on that. That's where the receiver is.
don't press anything.
No, don't press anything. Just chill.
And even with the very loud noise all around us continuously, I was still able to hear Ade and the other speakers and still get a feel of the space and atmosphere we were in. Big shout out to Ade for coming through on that one. I kid you not, that part was crazy loud. But that was raw performance. I wanted to know what happened when I switched the AI noise cancellation on. This is Saramonic Air SE. That's one transmitter. The second one is on my chest. USB-C and lightning receiver and charging case. So you just pop it on the charging case like that, and it sticks. The second one goes there. No lav input, as this is a mobile first microphone. Clip it to your collar or to your shirt like I have it here. Plug the receiver into your phone and you're good to go. That's the whole setup. Currently, I have it connected to my iPad. So that's my iPad recording. And you can see the levels with the Saramonic. I will talk about that later. The ASE gives you 2 noise cancellation modes. Strong, which Saramonic says cuts up to 40 decibels, and weak at 15 decibels. I tested both on the train ride, on the day out with my family, and I'm going to be straight with you on what I found out. So this is Saramonic Air SE. Currently, noise cancellation is off. I'm on the train. I'm very close to where the fans are coming out. Very hot day in London today. So this is without noise cancellation and without wind filter. So now this is heavy noise cancellation. The train has just stopped. So this is how it sounds with me very close to the fan. On strong mode, the amount of background noise it removes is genuinely impressive. The air conditioning vent is only a few centimeters away from the transmitter, and the train itself is creating a constant wall of background noise. In those conditions, the AI of this mic is doing a huge amount of work. The trade-off is that your voice loses just a little bit of richness and natural character. You can hear the processing work in the background, but considering how much noise it is removing from such a challenging environment, the result is quite impressive. I was very, very close to the air vent. And now this is with light noise cancellation. You guys let me know if there's any major difference. If it successfully knocked out the noise. I'll get to find out later on in post. In weak mode, your voice sounds a lot better, noticeably more natural, and the background noise is still acceptably controlled, even with the aircon right there beside me. And you can argue with me that for most situations, weak mode is where you'd want to be. Strong is there when the environment is so extreme that voice quality becomes secondary to noise removal, but day-to-day, weak is probably what you should be using just to be safe. At that point, I thought I figured this mic out. Then I discovered something camera shooters need to know before spending a penny on this mic. Blackmagic recently released the USB-C audio support for the Pyxis 6K, so naturally I wanted to see if the Air SE would work with the Pyxis 6K. I plugged in the receiver into the Pyxis rear USB-C port, and I also tried on my Lumix S1 too, just to try it. But unfortunately, neither worked. I wish it did on the Pyxis 6K especially, but something I know is that a lot of USB-C mic receivers do not work with the Pyxis 6K. It selects the one it wants to work with. That's something to note. So this is important to know up front. The Air SE is a phone first mic. Plug into your iPhone, your iPad Pro like I have it here, your Android phone, or your computer. It works perfectly. You can use it for your Zoom calls. Maybe you do Google Meet, maybe you like to record your computer, it will work. And there's something useful here. It even works with USB-C hub connector alongside an external SSD. Your storage workflow doesn't have to change. So if you like to shoot on an iPhone or any mobile device onto a separate SSD storage, you can connect the receiver as well as your SSD drive, and it still functions perfectly. Now just quickly before I go out to show you the range test, I just want to do a quick noise test here. Currently, the audio you're hearing me through is from a Sennheiser MKH416, which is about 2 feet away from my mouth. So this is me speaking through the Sennheiser MKH416. You will hear me speak through the Saramonic Air SE from the start of this video. And now this is Saramonic Air SE. And to activate noise cancellation, I'll probably just do it from the iPad since you can do it from the app itself. I'll go into, where is it? So AI noise cancellation is off currently, and and now this is strong noise cancellation, and this is weak noise cancellation, and then I'll go back to natural. So this is off, AI noise cancellation is off, but just for you to get a feel of how this room sounds, I'll keep quiet for a few seconds so you can hear the ambience. Saramonic claims up to 200 meters line of sight. I tested in a very open space with clean line of sight, and the range is genuinely long. I'm going to show you footage as recorded so you can see exactly what happened and at what point. All right, so we're out to do the range test. I currently don't have any wind filter on it. Hopefully it doesn't affect the test. And 200 meters should be more than the length of a football field, which is around 160 meters. I hope I'm right. So 200 meters, 650 feet, we'll try and do some walking back. This is without noise cancellation activated. And as time goes on, I would cover this with this, just so you guys can hear the difference. It's windy, I can feel it. I'll just put on the wind filters. Let's walk back. 1, 2, 10. But I can hear myself because I can monitor on the Blackmagic camera app with just a slight delay. And I'll walk another 20 steps back. Any disconnections? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we've just gotten to the halfway line. So this is halfway line of this football field. There's no white lines, but I know it is around here. And I'll keep walking again. I can see here myself in the AirPods, which is good. So I think I'm now at the edge of the football field. I cannot hear myself on my AirPods. Hopefully I'm still connected. What I'm going to do is walk all the way back. So I wanted you guys to see or hear how it sounds in an environment where there's not so much noise as the Arsenal parade. Say for instance you're vlogging in the bushes or in the wild, taking a walk. And this is without noise cancellation, and I'll tap once on the receiver. So you get 3 quick flashes. This is with strong noise cancellation. I don't know what you guys think about with strong noise cancellation. I can hear birds. I don't know if it's knocked out. And now this is weak noise cancellation. Probably you hear the birds more in the background. If not, it's still good enough for an environment like this where there's not so much noise. And now noise cancellation has been deactivated. What do you guys think? I think it's fairly good for a mic because I've been using it and I like the way it sounds. And yeah, let's head back into the studio. Now to the EQ presets, which you can activate when using the mobile app. The Air SE also gives you 3 built-in EQ presets. For the start of the video, I've been using the normal presets. So I'll now go into the app and cycle through the different presets as I speak. So quickly, we are in the original and I'll click. So this is high boost mode. And this is the beauty with using the Air SE in this workflow. You can set it up as I have and select your preset, and I'll switch to bass mode. This is bass boost. I don't know if it changes anything. So Peter Piper pitched the podcast, and that's bass boost. And what I'll do is change to vocal boost. So here my vocal should be more augmented. And also you can set this to stereo, mono, or safety track, within the app. Also, one other thing you can do within the app is that if I click I can turn up the transmitter's light, so it shows TX light is on, and if I click, you notice the blue light there has turned off. So I'll click it again to turn it on. So that's something you can use or do if you want it discrete. And you have speaker to turn on speaker, so you can monitor what you are recording. And there's other things you can do. You can check the firmware, it can be the firmware if the firmware needs to be updated. So another nice thing is that you can see the levels. This is safety track mode, and I can increase the sensitivity of the mic. I'll just reduce it back to 2. 2 is where I think is ideal for my recording space. So tell me, we're still in vocal boost mode. Can you actually hear a meaningful difference between those presets? Let me know in the comments. Personally, I left the mic on normal at the beginning, like I earlier said, and in the Arsenal Parade, I had it on normal. I hadn't changed the presets, but it's nice to have those extra options. And you can see, I can set my settings and then record. So you don't have to be in the Saramonic app to record the audio. I can set my settings, go to my audio recorder choice or app of my choice and record my audio. So that's very, very nice and what you can do with this setup. There's a few things I would change if I could, but I kind of see why this system is set up the way it is. Some controls like pairing the mic and unmuting it live on the transmitter, while things like strong and weak noise cancellation and left, or pairing the mic, are also left on the receiver. So if in the middle of a shoot and you need to change the setting, you might reach in for both units depending on what needs to be changed. I wish you could do everything on the transmitter as well as everything on the receiver. So for a mic that's positioning itself on ease of use and lightweight simplicity, I would have liked a system where mute, unmute, and noise cancellation can all be controlled from either end, receiver or transmitter. That's a genuine bit of feedback for Saramonic. Not a deal breaker, but it's one thing I'd change. But I like the other things you can do from the mobile app, like I've mentioned. So where does this leave the Saramonic SE? If you're a mobile filmmaker shooting on a phone, a tablet like the iPad Pro or an iPad, Android device, or even your computer laptop, and you want a lightweight run-and-gun audio setup, this makes a very strong case for itself. $69.99 if you're in the US, or £45 in the UK. It handled a crazy Arsenal title parade with noise cancellation of I could hear, I'm sure you could hear as well, and it still delivered great audio. Weak noise cancellation was genuinely useful, the range is real, and the simplicity of the whole system is hard to argue with. It's really small. This can just fit in your pocket. If your content revolves around street interviews, event, vlogging, or mobile filmmaking, the Air SE delivers far more than its price tag would suggest. The Arsenal Parade test alone proved that to me. Links in the description. Do me a favor, let me know your honest thoughts on this little bad boy here. He's a filmmaker. I'll see you in the next one. God bless and peace.